I'm okay if this podcast thing, if it only touches 10 people. Like,
That means you checked your heart. You
yes,
checked your,
it's all
yeah.
about your heart posture. Like, I really mean that.
Y'all gotta tune in because it's good. It's a good
Yeah.
one.
If you can't seem to forgive, you fighting with your pride. I gotta stand on this word and I can't compromise. Only a matter of time before we
Faith without work is dead. We know that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So you physically have to do things for faith to activate.
You people please.
Okay. Is that one on? Let's make sure. The red dot? Okay.
Don't be nervous.
No, I'm good. Hey, yo, you gotta relax. Okay. What's good, man?
Hello.
I appreciate you for coming through.
No problem. Happy to be here.
How you been?
I've been good.
Everybody say that though.
Well,
It'd be like
say?
it'd be like the quick one, like, oh, I'm good, I'm alright, but are you really good? You good?
No, that's true. That is like the natural response.
Yeah.
Let me think. Actually, I'm truly a lot lighter.
That's good.
Well, also I've been losing weight on my skinny.
Been in the gym.
I have been very much. But also I feel like last year I was holding on to people that were not copacetic to what I'm trying to do and who I'm trying to be. And I literally was like, in January, I was like, I cannot do this anymore. So I just let go of those people, did not have any idea of what was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And so much good has happened since then. So I just feel literally lighter. My job is easier.
That's good because I had the probably one of the because I struggle with like letting go. So God be like, yeah, nah, you gonna have to let this one go. And what you just said is exactly what happened to me too. I knew that I needed to separate in order to elevate. So I was just like, okay. And I was like, nah, I don't want to right now. And basically, once that happened, those people left. Like new people came and they were like beneficial to my life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know why is that, but like how you said, lighter is the word.
Yeah.
For me, it was lighter. That's crazy.
It definitely is like a heaviness to it because I feel like one thing that I always appreciate about my relationship with God is I feel like I'm very honest.
Yeah.
Very brutally honest. And so I think in return, because I'm so open with like, this is my truth, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like I get these spiritual nudges of like, no, okay, you can tell your truth and I can tell you, fine, this isn't what you need to be doing.
That discernment be strong.
It's loud sometimes. So I feel like it's always heavier when you push against that,
Yeah.
Push against God's voice. It just makes everything more difficult. But
That is true, bro. That's a word. So I always run through this. I always try to check in with my people, especially my friends, people that I care about. So what I do is I just ask about their mental. So from a 1 to 5, 10 being, from a 1 to 5, 10. From 1 to 10, 10 being the greatest, like how would you say your mental is? You say you lighter, so. Not running through it.
I know I'm like, 2 + 2 is 4. I feel like I'm at an 8.
That's
I'm at
good.
an 8, yeah. I feel like sometimes I'm about to drop my debut album, and sometimes I get back into the, what if it's not, what if they don't? And that's not 8. That's going lower, But the difference between me before and me now is I can correct myself and be like, hey, you're good at what you do. Stop overthinking it and stop trying to control the outcome as if you have any control. You're crazy.
That's actually so. You just helped my whole life. that just helped my whole. Because I'm always like, before I'm about to, if I'm working, I'm doing a project, I'm shooting something, I'm like, yo, like I'm just always second guessing myself, or I'll get the content and I'll hold on. Well, you got on my head a couple times talking about why you didn't. Because I'm always just kind of like, are they gonna like this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's not about them. You know what I'm saying? And I like what you said. Like just watching you in the studio and just seeing how hard you work. I'm like, I never thought that you had those thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And you know what I really love to see is that I'm not the only one. Like I get very honest with the peers around me, the people I look up to.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did you do that? And did anybody tell you no? What do you think about this? Did you feel comfortable doing this? Like, I'm trying to know.
That's good.
And so, worst thing you can say is, girl, I don't want to talk about that. But for me, I find that, especially if I'm one-on-one and I'm feeling your vibe and you seem nice and I'm nice, I'm gonna ask you some straight up questions.
Yeah.
You know, I just feel like it helps me to know that everyone is human, and the women that I look up to, the women that I'm inspired by, be going through it.
Yeah.
You know?
That's facts. And it's a struggle, you know, especially because I've been doing this professionally for like 4 years, and it seemed like you've been in TV for like all your life, basically, right? So that's why I always thought like, dang, because to me, you always move like a well-oiled machine. Like when I say that, it's like I've watched you literally walk into a studio, go,
Yeah.
and then when you're done, obviously you take your little naps. Take your little naps, but you be on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's when I say like you inspired this. I'm like, if you can do that, like why can't I? You know what I'm saying? On top of all of the self doubts and all of that stuff that you be going through, I was like, yo, like I gotta really tap into that inner dog that I got in me. That it's like, no, it's okay to put out the content. It's okay to ask questions. That's another thing. Like I didn't like asking for help.
That's real.
And I'm out here, especially like, you know, I'm a black man. It's very hard to ask for help, you know, especially when the world doesn't look like they're willing to help. You know what I'm saying? So thank you for letting me in on that, because that helped me. Because I'm like, yo, like that has been a question of mine for a very long time. Like, yo, like, am I in the right space? You know, like that's another one. Like, am I supposed to be here? And that's another one that I really, really deal with. But appreciate that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get through these little icebreakers.
Okay.
So I didn't come up with these.
Who did? Destiny?
She did.
Shoot.
You know she did. You know she did. So let me see. Hold on. All right, you got the timer? All right, cool.
Oh, there's a timer for this. Okay.
Yeah, good 5 seconds. Okay, okay, cool. I'm gonna go with this one. You good? All right, cool. How long would you last in a zombie apocalypse?
A week.
Okay. Would you rather have a knife when you need a spoon or a spoon when you need a knife?
And a spoon when I need a knife. I don't want to cut.
So you want a spoon?
A spoon.
Okay, cool, spoon.
Anything can really get cut.
A spoon?
Enough gumption.
She gonna do you go? Okay.
Oh wait, was the knife for defending myself? I thought it was for eating food.
I don't know anything. Apocalypse, spoon, knife, I'll just put it together.
I'm pretty sure somebody could get that action with a spoon.
That would have, depending on how big the spoon is. Okay.
Right.
Let's see. Would you rather be followed? Would you rather be followed by a band wherever you go, or by someone narrating your life?
I would say the narration. I actually love podcasts. I love YouTube videos. I love hearing people talk. So I don't think I would mind somebody talking about my life. And plus, I would want their perception on what's actually happening.
Coco is going to the liquor store. She is buying some chips. She is about to go to the cash register. That's cool.
And then also, if you see somebody, Coco's about to get attacked, you know? Because then you're my other eyes. Thank
I didn't even think like that.
You know?
Okay. Would you rather have every traffic light turn green or always have the best parking spot?
I would say always turn green because I'm pretty much running behind almost all the time. And I don't mind a little walk. Once I've parked, you know, I feel like I'm getting my steps in. That's fine.
You burnt out. Let me see.
That's not logical. Burnt
I
out.
mean,
I think that was very nice. It's about fitness.
But you can't beat a good parking spot though. Like right in front.
But what happens if I got a great park and I'm already late?
You might be right.
Thank you.
I mean,
Then
I
you have
guess.
the time, so then park and walk it out. You've got the time. You're there. You're
But
on
then
time.
now you sweating and then.
Well, why are you sweating?
Because
How
you got
far is the parking spot?
You say you don't mind a good walk.
Well,
a good
slow
walk.
your pace down so you don't work up a sweat.
So then you're gonna be, okay. You got this one.
Thank you.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Charismatic, hardworking, driven.
You already, come on. No, you already had that in your head. That was terrible.
I'm trying to beat the clock.
See, no, but you
These are the rules you've set up.
Okay, okay. Do you consider yourself a lemon or a lime?
You know what? I'm going to say lemon because I feel like limes, I hope that this isn't coming off in any way racist, but I feel like they're more on Mexican dishes. Is that not true?
No, you know, taco.
And lemon, I feel like that could be Southern. Lemon in your sweet tea.
That's true.
Okay?
You might.
Everyone
and where
okay
you
with
from?
that sentence? No hate there.
And where you from?
Tennessee?
You might. Do y'all put a little lemon in y'all?
You know, if it was fried fish, might put a little lemon on that. I've just seen lemons more.
Okay. Okay. And then
I feel like that, yeah.
This might be the last one. if your life was captured in the expectation versus reality meme, what would the two pictures be?
I would say, oh, okay, that one, the timer's out there. Well, come on, I have to say a whole lot.
Okay, you can still go.
Okay, I would say my first thought was expectation was Hannah Montana because I thought like, oh, as soon as I move to LA, I'm gonna be Hannah Montana. I'm gonna be so booked and busy, and I'm gonna be driving my car with my new driver's license.
Hey now, is that oh, that's Lizzie McGuire.
Who? Did you say Lisa McGuire?
Lizzie.
Oh, okay.
Lizzie McGuire.
Okay, yes, that you're incorrect there, but that's okay. Anyway, expectation Hannah Montana, reality was giving. It was giving unemployed.
Yo,
Couldn't think of a role.
you gotta
named
relax.
unemployed?
What? All right, man. So we about to get into the meat of everything. So
Okay.
we talking about transitions. Take me back to Let It Shine. How did that? Because I remember talking to your mom, and she was just like, "We used to." She said she used to burn CDs, and so like, take me back when like your point of view, through your lens.
Well, I don't like have all of those memories because I do feel like I was just constantly looking for the next thing. There was this drive in me that I feel like I still have today, but I'm much more intentional with remembering the now, being in the now. And I feel like as a little kid, I was like, oh my God, I want more, I don't care, So I think for the most part, I remember a lot of rejection. I feel like it took me so many roles, auditions to get to Let It Shine that I was kind of like, is this a glitch? That I finally got this thing, But I think for me, I just couldn't give up on what I was pursuing. I loved the payoff so much that it was worth just the pushing through, you know? And to me, I think the stakes were not as high. I just was obsessed with performing and acting and dancing and all of those things. Yeah. It wasn't like it was my rent, It wasn't like it was my livelihood. It was just my passion, my hobby, So I think the stakes were less high, and that made it way more enjoyable than if like it was crucial for survival. But yeah, I started singing basically when I could talk. Basically before I could talk, actually. My mom said that she heard me singing to Barney, and her friend, who was a violinist, was like, girl, your baby has a perfect ear. She's singing everything back in perfect key.
Man, that's crazy.
And that was like the first time that my parents were like, And then all throughout my childhood videos, I'm singing all the time. I'm in front of the camera. I'm always like looking for the camera, looking for the opportunity to entertain.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it was kind of unavoidable. I was playing basketball.
I was just about to ask, did you play any sports?
I definitely did. My family's very athletic. I'm the shortest in my family.
Oh, I seen Pops. I was like, how you doing?
Hello,
I'm like, yo.
Yeah, so we're all very sports, very athlete mindset. And I would sing in talent competitions. I would sing in talent shows at my school, and I would just body it.
Yeah.
And I would be like, that was very fun. So I feel like eventually I just had more fun doing that than any sport.
Wait, so like, what position did you play in basketball?
Post.
Okay. She said,
I do feel like I was balling.
All right.
But ask my family and they say I was trash. Here's what happened is what actually I quit because I was like, all right, my new passion is singing. And then I wasn't popular no more. And I was like, oh no, this is not good for my social. So then I went back on the team. I didn't know none of the plays and I did not practice. I didn't want to. I didn't want to be there for real. So then I wasn't good. But I was popular again. Yeah.
Through singing?
No, sports. It was just like a click.
It was kind of like,
yeah.
oh,
I was like, okay, it's fine, whatever. But then I would also sing the national anthem before the game. So I was like, I clearly don't want to be doing this.
You out here doing both.
I'm just out here vibing.
They like, so why is she?
Literally in my literal gym outfit, like in my basketball outfit, sorry.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So wait, during your own game?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you wild. Yeah, that's
I was like, let me at least
your
perform
path
real
was
quick
literally
before I get into this task.
Your path was literally laid right out.
Okay.
So okay, was it any so you said auditions, and then is it you get Let It Shine, and then it's like, okay, you do what? How many seasons was it?
Let It Shine is a movie. It's a made-for-TV movie. So I filmed that.
Was not watching.
That's all right.
Disney
It's
Channel.
totally fine. Totally fine. I did that, and then I got a lot more opportunities after that. I did like some guest stars. I was signed to the record label that's kind of like in conjunction sort of with Disney Channel, or it was at the time. And it was just kind of like, okay, your trajectory is set. Like, this is your next thing. You were going to do this and this and that. You know how people be talking in this industry, and I believed every cent. And so I feel like that was kind of when this wave of, this is reality, this is a job, this is the entertainment industry, and you are a dime a dozen here. That is when it all kind of went, it went from like these bright colors in this magical world to like the real world, you know? And so I feel like I had to figure out how to have reasonable expectations.
Yeah, because I was just about to ask, how did that weigh on your, like, how old was you around that time?
15.
So as a young girl, like, how did that just, like, weigh on you mentally? Because I know you had your mom's support system, dad, you know, sister, brother, stuff like that, but, like, how did that weigh on you?
I think I definitely internalized a lot of it because I have this athlete mindset where it's like, you just keep going, you just push through. But it wasn't until much later when I started doing therapy where I realized that, oh girl, you definitely carried some of that hurt and buried it and made it like part of your personality, you know?
Yeah.
So at the time I didn't really know how much that affected me. I just kind of associated being booked with being talented, being employed with being worthy. So when I wasn't those things, I felt like I wasn't those things.
See, I heard that therapy, you know, I just had to check in myself.
Okay, check in. Why are you giving mental asylum? It's not giving check in. It's just make an appointment.
Well, you know,
It's not check
I
in.
didn't had a life. So, so boom. Because we talking about transitions, and I mean, thank you for sharing, you know, your side. How I view mine was like, so I was born, my mom, dad was on drugs, right? Born in Compton, moved to LA, moved to South Central, and they told me I was in a foster home for a little bit, and then I moved with my mom once my mom got better. Wow. She got herself back, and went to Crenshaw High, bounced around high school, so I was, you know, in the streets a little bit. And then from there, fast forward, start doing the right thing, playing football. So I played football, and then from high school, went to junior college and then transferred to Boise State. Then came back because I injured myself. And then from there, I meet Destiny, right? Meet her, I'm in depression mode because I'm like, I'm supposed to be buying my mama a house. And, you know, because, you know, the next step after college is the league. So she had an extra camera laying down. And I'm like, I'm in the, I think I was still injured. So I'm in the sling. I'm like, can I use that? She like, yeah. Like, so we came down here, taking pictures. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be a nighttime photographer. And then that you know, just went out the window. And then I think we were fast forward, I think we were in a studio, Harmony Studio. And mind you, like I said, I didn't watch letters. I wasn't watching TV, watching Disney Channel. I don't know what I was doing back then. But we sitting down, I'm on my laptop, and Destiny was like, hey, you know, that's Coco. And I'm like, I don't know. She was on Let It Shine. I'm like, okay, you gotta show me. And then she showed me pictures. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, whatever, right? And we meet you. Yeah. So from you getting booked and doing all these things, like to me, I ain't know. So like with you doing all this like music, how did that look on the other side, fast forward until we meet you? Because when we meet you, it was just you there with Mikey and Mo and, you know, so.
Yes, when you guys met me, that was what I would say is like the almost turning point. Like almost turning point. So at that time, I was independent. I wasn't sure what direction I was gonna go in, but I was, I guess, trying to figure out how to have music with more of a message, you know what I'm saying? More intentionality. And so that's when I started working with Mikey and Mo and Harmony more on like music with some sort of purpose, some sort of meaning. And at the same exact time as I was trying to inspire and, you know, make this type of music that leaves a positive impact, that like, you know, has a good messaging, I was in such a toxic situation that it was just mind-blowing, the complete character shift once I would leave the studio. And that was kind of the push that I needed to feel like, okay, if I'm not doing what I really love if I'm not around people that I really love, then it's just as empty. It's just as empty as pursuing something I really love. You know what I'm saying? It's just as challenging. It's just as uncomfortable. So why would I choose this route?
Yeah.
This sucks. So that was really the push I needed to. I just made all types of risky choices at that time. I moved to a more expensive apartment. I started doing stuff on TikTok, and I was telling stories on YouTube. I was like, I don't know why I'm doing this, but it's working and people care.
Yeah.
You know, after the video had went viral of me telling my story, it just kind of gave me this wave of relevancy again that I hadn't had since I did Let It Shine, since I was 14. So I was like, I'm not gonna lose this. I'm going to force myself to keep this going.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm gonna do. And then at that time, I was doing a bunch of covers, and those covers would pop. They would pop, and people started reaching out to me again, and had no idea of the plights that I had been through in my journey as an artist and a musician and an actress. And so I just started having more meetings with people, more conversations, and then you know how it is here. The network is really
crazy.
The network.
Yeah.
And so a lot of dots connected, and that's when I ended up meeting my first manager. That's when I ended up making like some of my first songs and that came out on the project and came out on my EP or just live around and started this new shift of me being relevant again.
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy because how through my lens, I was just sitting there and I'm like, okay, because we done seen matter of fact, we seen Lady London in there. I think probably like weeks before we seen you in there. So it's crazy how, you already know.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. So sitting there, and then I think it was probably like 6 months. And then, so, Destiny sings. So she on her way, when you contacted us, she on her way to the studio to record. And I forgot where I was at. And she called me and was like, hey, Darnell, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing right now. She was like, well, Coco needs somebody to do video. And I'm like, I don't do video. She like, well, can you do it? I'm like, yeah. So then I'm like, just get me in contact with her, whatever the case may be. And because everybody asked me like, hey, so like, how did you meet her? And I'm just like, yo, I feel like it was God connecting the dots. You know what I'm saying? So literally, Shari, you remember Shari, her sister? Shari was like, hey, I'm finna come pick you up. So that's how we both popped up. So we popped up. And literally, I tell people, I'm like, I'm there and I'm recording, and I didn't know what it would come out of it. You know what I'm saying? Meeting you, like I said, is inspiration done came out of it. A friend done came out of it. We done got married before your eyes and all that. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So, but I always tell people, I'm like, and then all the way to the ICU cover. I'm like, yo.
Yes, dude. Oh,
first of all, congratulations. 5-time Grammy nominated, but what you got? You won two.
I won one. Just the one.
It's more on the way.
Amen.
Might be a little profit in there.
Okay.
So, but that's crazy though. Like, how do you feel about that? Like, you talked about so many transitions. Like, this is like your 20th transition.
I know, right? I'm like 14th time's a charm. No, honestly, I think a lot of it is relief. Relief that it's now when I was not sure when it would be or if it would even be again. But I also feel like I just had this willingness to ride till the wheels fell off of this bus, and then I would push the bus and like have the electricity do that, push it, faint, get resuscitated, leave. Like I was willing to I could not give up until I had no other option. And
that was your plan A.
There was no other plan.
Yeah.
There was no other plan. And then I tried that little toxic situation thing, and I was like, plan B. No, I hated it. It was like plan A too. It's disgusting. I couldn't do it.
So what is it about comfort that like we go back? Like, I want to know from your point of view. Like, you ain't gotta talk about your situation, but it's just like one of those things where it's just like, why do you feel like you go back when you did?
For me, funny enough, ICU is very much about not the toxic one, more of a relationship that felt very comfortable, but I knew it wasn't purposeful.
It wasn't purposeful.
I think it's fear. It's definitely fear that you won't have anything better and that you can't do better and that you don't deserve better. And it's also impatience, for me at least.
Yeah.
I think I wanted to make things happen, and I was like, okay, like I told you, I'm very honest with God. I was like, you're just giving senior, and I need like faster than this, so I'm handling it. Thank you. And like, sorry if I don't do that right, but I can't wait on you anymore. I'm done. And then of course, got my ass beat by life. And then I was like, okay, thank you. You're back in charge, because that was tough.
Bruh.
Thank you so much. But yeah, I feel like that is really why we go back to comfortable situations, is because it's all we know and we don't want to learn more. Because learning more requires you to admit you don't know.
That's facts.
And then it also requires you to get new information, to ask people, to uncover, to fight for wisdom, and to be okay with not having all the answers yet.
Yeah.
It's just uncomfortable.
Dang, even to this point, not having all the answers, that's crazy, because I feel like on the outside looking in, like, I done been in so many places, and now I'm the that's Coco photographer. I'm like, and it's their view is like, you got everything put together. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like not a lot of people see people the right way, especially when you're in the light, right? And the fact that you just said, like, I don't have the answers. And even to this day, like, you 5-time Grammy nominated, you won a Grammy, and it's like, to this day, we still being led by God. And that is scary. Scary as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like how I try to put it in words is just like, yo, like, you know that picture where it's every black person got it in their house, they should, where the God is, oh no, the person is walking off the ledge and God's hand is like right.
I have not seen that picture.
Well, my grandmas and aunties,
This must be an LA house.
It's an LA house.
Okay.
South Central house for sure.
Okay, period.
And it's one of those where it's like, no, you really got to walk by faith and not by sight.
Yeah.
Because what you see in front of you really might look like a huge jungle, and you don't even know where to start. So I'm glad that you like said that, because I feel like a lot of people that they don't see all the times, like how you said you was that push to start. That car, if you don't got no help, it's very, that joint get heavy. So I love that you broke that down, because it allows people to look at you as a human and not just as this person that has a mic and, just willing to perform. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for saying that. But
I think also another thing that has really helped me is to think about all the little things that could have happened to me that I have no control over. And I'm like, why am I pretending that I can save myself? I cannot. I really cannot. So I'm not even going to do it. Literally, sometimes I'll see a situation that's right in front of me and this is not good. And I'm like, your turn. I'm not doing this. And I literally will just moving on. And I think to me, sometimes it has to be like that type of blind faith. Like it is said in the Bible, like you really have to trust that, like, the one verse that says God like gives you the lamp for your footsteps.
Yeah.
That lamp is not, it's not a makeup lamp that you can turn up all the way to the right and see every crevice.
Yeah, that's
It's a little lamp.
Yeah.
And then what type of lamp? You know what I'm saying? Is the wind blowing on this little candle?
Is it flickering?
Flickering? Is this battery operated solar power? Like, what are we doing here?
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It's really just the one step that you can see and then lean the lamp down so you can see, like, damn, that's all you get. Sometimes it's all you have.
That's a whole word. Look, for the ones, I just started reading the Bible last year, really started getting deep into it. Better late than never, Okay. And because, those faith talks with God, I say, look, it got to be a word somewhere in here.
Okay.
I can't go to Google all the time, so... I mean, just be honest, right?
It do be like that.
You feel me?
Like
God,
anxiety versus.
What is going?
Like,
you feel me?
That ain't. Okay.
Bruh, so what you said was like, I can't save myself. That's a whole verse in the Bible. It says, "He who tries to save his life will lose it." And I'm like, yo. So when you said that, I'm like, cause I've been gripping. I'm like, nigga, come on, Destiny. I'm to life itself, and man, and it's been the toughest, because we do this not professionally, but we do this full time.
Yeah.
And what you're saying is exactly what we live. It's like, yo, we really gotta create, and we gotta push, and we gotta be resilient, and like that no can't stop us. It can't slow us down. We gotta, so that's why, like, look, God does everything on time and in order. So around that time we met you, I had just quit my job. Yeah, quit.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. So it was just one of those things where it was like, okay, boom, here's that. And then it was like, okay, well, just trust me. And I'm like, okay. And it was crazy because right before I quit my job, I would hate it. I'm not supposed to be here. I used to look, I felt like the walls was closing in. I was like, the manager was managing.
Right,
And I was just
right.
like, yo, like, is this my life?
Yeah.
And I remember going home praying, and her mentor at the time, he does photography as well. He let us go to set with him one time. And I'm like, he out here working. So the reason why I love this man, this dude was like, yeah, bro, like he was super transparent. He was like, this is what I made. Like, not, show me the little check. I said, in 4 hours? I said, so
I'm
you can
screaming.
you can, okay. I said, what do I got to do? But it was crazy because I had a passion for it too. So that's why I mean, like God does everything, in his own timing. And that's like how you said, it'd be giving grandpa senior citizen. It's like, yo, like why it gotta be in your time?
I'm like, hear you.
You know what I'm saying? Because I could have been, know what I'm saying? But like how you said, it's been so many places where I thought I could have been, but he said no, because I'm trying to save you from that environment.
Yeah.
But no, that's crazy though, because, I don't want to go back there. But yeah, so my last question is, it's some little girls out there that's like literally trying to walk that walk, right? What would you say to them? And this is yours.
This is the little girl.
This is them.
Hello, darling. How are you? You know what I would say? I would say you have so much power that one is how you speak about yourself, how you believe about yourself, can really, truly change your life. The things you believe that you can have and the things you believe you don't, that will be the decider of what you get, I would also say, don't be afraid to ask God for more information. You know what I'm saying? He's very, very, I feel like a good dad. He's a great dad, And you can really be transparent. Keep it real. Keep it real with yourself and keep it real with him. If you won't keep it real with anybody, you know what I'm saying? I would also say, whatever it is that you're trying to do, in this day and age, you can be your own advertising. You can be your literal own commercial, your own TV show. You can be your own record label. You really can. But it's consistency. Whatever it is that you love, put it out there. Post it. Send it. Write it. Show it off. Because nothing happens if nothing happens. I just heard this song on TikTok, and it's this girl. She produced it herself. She wrote it herself. And I heard it. It came my way. Anything can happen, girl, but nothing happens if nothing happens. So every day, just do something. And even if that something that day was not giving up, you ate. Do it again the next day. Love you.
So I appreciate you, man. I thank you for your time. Time is the most important thing that we got on this earth. So I appreciate you for giving me yours. And stay tuned for another episode.
That was quite good.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that.
You need people to remind you, like sometimes when God has shown up, because fear will distort your way of thinking.
All right, bro, so tell me, what is Through Our Lens?
Through Our Lens is past photography. It's past anything that has to do with a cameraman. It's actually how we live life, bro. How everybody has a perspective.